friends. I'm very, very, very happy to see all of you here on this occasion. I'm reminded of my 1942 meeting. 8th August, the Quit India resolution was passed, and the same night the British rulers arrested all our leaders. And 9th morning, all over India, the youth rose, especially the students. And that happened in Kolhapur. In Kolhapur we had a little students' union, but then all schools were closed, the college was closed, and the boys came out and marched to Khasbagh Maidan from the various places, and a big meeting of young school boys and college boys was there in the Maidan. And no speaker was decided. Somebody had to speak. I rose on the platform and I spoke. And they tell me that I spoke for 3 hours, 3.5 hours, without any loudspeakers. A big meeting was addressed. Such like that. And now I find you, all of you, collected in such a large number here, all young pieces. Something happened at that time. We knew what we want. We wanted the British to go out. They must quit. And we were ready to do anything for that. And Gandhiji also said, do or die. Do anything, but the Britishers must go out. That was the spirit of the times. And the young people were moved with that spirit. And actually, dozens and hundreds of young school-going boys decided to devote their life for the anti-British movement. They became full-timers. How they were going to feed themselves, what is going to happen, nothing mattered. They just threw themselves into the movement and became full-timers of the independence movement. I think something like that is going to happen out of this. So many young people come together in an evening and sit here tight, listen to these speeches, and I think something definitely is going to happen, and it needs to happen. Some time back I was shocked by the British famous scientist saying that the earth is going to be destroyed within a matter of a century or so. And it is better now that human people should try to colonize space, go into space and make colonies there. No, that's not going to happen. We are definitely going to denuclearize the earth and see that it is not destroyed. As humans unitedly, we are going to do something about this environmental change that is taking place and which has to be handled by the whole world unitedly. And I think that is what the youth has to think about. And of course we must see, with such advance in technology, such tremendous progress in productivity, manufacturing productivity, services productivity, and agricultural productivity. With so much productivity at our hand, we can't see poverty. Poverty must be eliminated. All people must live like humans. Their elementary needs must be satisfied. And that can be done, that is possible. And the point is, our social organism, as it has developed, has come to a stage where now it has to be consciously, properly organized. And that is what Marx said. That now we have to see that the society change so that everybody is happy. And I think that point has come. If we don't move, if the youth doesn't move and work for a social change, a building of a proper society, the world is going to be destroyed. The whole humanity is going to be destroyed. That is very obvious. That must not happen. And we must be active. And I think this is something that is going to happen. We became independent within 5 years. 42 we started this Quit India, and by 47 Mountbatten had to go out of the country with all his paraphernalia and all that. So if the youths decide, this does happen. Yes, Soviet Union has disintegrated. Something is happening in China also. There are many problems raised for Marxists to think about, to study about. That's true. But then the direction is there. Our ancient people, they said that we must live together, we must eat together, and we must work together. And then all of us will be happy. And nobody will be unhappy. And all will have health. That's, I believe, something like this. Sahana bhavatu, sahano bhunaktu, sahaviryam karvavahe, sarve sukhina santu. Something like that. Sarve santu niramaya. Sarve bhadrana pashyantu na kaschit dukkham apnut. Something like that. And it has come from the ancient caves, the most ancient thought of humankind. With such advance in productivity, with such advance in technology, and it is very apparent to us what can happen. And Nilekani today gave us a concrete picture of the technology, cheapening things, making them very, very, very cheap, available to everybody. I think now the youth must see that something happens. You have given me strength. I'm sure with your blessings I will live for 100 years.